Hello, welcome to Geek Lemonade. It's your boy D. How y'all feeling today? Today is, what's today's day? I always do this. Okay, today is Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Geek Lemonade Daily Geek Podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Geek Lemonade, just Google it. Go out there. All the links is in the description below, so hit that like button and the subscribe button. I think they all over there, or maybe over here. I don't know where they are. So, but man, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing today? If you say good, fine, and dandy, like I'm floating on candy, then I know you listen to Crucial Conflict. So, what's up, man? How y'all doing today, man? It's another day in the neighborhood, another day with the neighbor. I'm glad you mind. I'm so happy you mind. I've been doing this, this is my second or third week. My second week live, third week on Spotify. So, we slowly going. This is Tuesday of the week on the 9th. Tuesday, November 9th. I don't know what happened on Tuesday, November 9th. Let's see what happened on Tuesday, November 9th. Let's see. I got time. November, whatever happened on November 9th. 'The National Scrapple Day, National Louisiana Day, the Margarita Awareness, Mikarota Awareness Day. Yeah, I don't think that's the receipt. Oh, it's like a year. Scrapple is mush pork, and National Louisiana Day. National Louisiana Day, I can always get that. I was a dash of Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? November 9th, let's see, that's the dash of the days. Let's look at historical days. Historical events. See if something happening. Okay. Alright, Canada's blackout. Oh, man. 1965, Canada blacked out, affecting 30 million people in the northeastern states, including New York. Let's see. November 9, Germany, Albert Einstein received his Nobel Peace Prize in Physics on this day in 1921. The Berlin Wall opens up in 1989, opens its borders. Okay. All right. China declares war on Japan, November 9th, 1931. Wow. Let's see. November 9th, 1938, Germany launched a campaign of terror against Jews. And November 9th, 1940, the Nazis was crazy. It's a lot of stuff. John F. Kennedy won the election on the day. There was a disaster. Apollo 4, Rolling Stones magazine, first issue came out. Oh man, the Egyptian peace plan. You can go all up and down. A lot of stuff happened on November 9th, but we're not about to talk about none of that. All right, so we spent 3 minutes looking up for stuff that we're not even going to talk about. Today we're going to talk about, I had to pull it up. Damn, I'm fucking up. My bad, But it's the morning. I don't get it all together right now. But I had everything wrapped up. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about discipline. Discipline, that's right. Discipline. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. Let's see. So, let's see. Also, a branch of knowledge, typically one studied in a higher education. So let's talk about this. The definition of discipline. So as a kid, you received all type of disciplines from your parents, you know? I mean, in my community, it's common nature to get a whooping, you know? So, and this is something I struggle with as a father, whooping my kids. I was whooped as a kid. Does that mean I need to whoop my kids? But that's the only thing I know. So, and that's how it translated down to me whooping my kids. And I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing, because in turn, am I teaching them that hitting is good, or I'm teaching them that they shouldn't hit because I'm hitting them, and in turn they might go out into this world and hit other people because they think that's how you correct behavior. So my behavior being wrong can lead to my kid suffering in the future. So how do we get to this point to where we're disciplining our kids in a meaningful way, other than spanking them or whooping them or whatever it is? Because all that do is create another cycle of people that's gonna be, you know, whooping their kids. Because if I whoop my kids, I'm pretty sure they're gonna grow up to whoop their kids, and the saga is gonna continue. So number one, I try my best to try to break that chain. So punishments and stuff like that. But funny thing happened. My son came home from school. The school sent the note and said they put him in some type of they're doing some type of disciplinary action because he's been aggressive at school. And man, at first thought it was like, man, you messing up at school. And I'm like, almost about to hit him, and then I'm like, see, that's where I'm messing up at. If I equate your violence with more violence, then what good is that? How are you actually learning? The only thing you learning is if something you don't like, then you hit it, or you try to destroy it, or you try to correct it in a way like that. But there's other different ways to correct things without putting your hands on something. So as a father, I had to step back and I had to look at these things and say to myself, is this the direction I want my son to go down in the future? Or is the way I gotta go? Sometimes timeout don't work. Sometimes this don't work. So I don't know. You gotta figure it out. So I just try to have meaningful talks with my kid. And, you know, I had to take some stuff away from him because I had to do some type of disciplinary thing in order for them to go right. But I figured that putting my hands on my child is not the way. I don't think it's the way for anybody, you know? I mean, corrective behavior by using another bad way to try to correct that behavior isn't always the best. So I always want to make sure that I'm trying to do the best thing for my kids, for their well-being and everything like that, you know, because when it comes to it, I'm trying to build this person up to be a better person than I was. And in doing so, I had to look at the things that I was taught and the way I was raised, and I had to break these habits and these traditions that was passed down to me that may not be so good. And I had to make sure I do everything in my power to make sure my kids, they not only understand me, but they don't have to go through a whole thing to understand me. They can just, you know, I can work on developing that relationship, and that way I don't have to discipline them in that way. Because the last thing I want is for the cause of them being the way they are is directly affected to me, which is going to be, but I don't want the negative way to be implied in their lifetime. I mean, I want them to be the best they can be regardless, because they're my kids and I love them. But at the same time, I got to make sure they're doing right, because I don't want my kids out here doing wrong. If my kids messing up in kindergarten, first and second grade, what you think they're going to be doing in high school? They're going to be doing the same thing. If you're fighting in the lunch line in kindergarten, in the lunchroom when you're in senior high or junior high, you're going to be as bad as then. And I don't need that. I don't want my kids to be, number one, I don't want them to be labeled as, you know, anything. I don't want them to be labeled as a a problem child, a bad student, or anything like that. I want my good kids because I was good in school. I rarely got into fights. I don't need to fight at school. But people wanted to fight me just because of how I look. I'm a big guy, and people want to take on a big guy. It's always been the thing my whole life. So I never let that bother me because that's how it goes sometimes, you know. You're a big guy, you're going to end up having to prove, you know, how big you are, how strong you are. And that's perfectly natural. That's perfectly fine. That's what happens. That's what happens. So for me, though, I don't know. Discipline is a million ways to discipline. So we have to figure out the best ways. But there's a lot of things that we do with our children that we have to make sure that we are understanding what we're doing and the ramifications that it's going to have in the future of that child's development, because we don't want to develop mindless robots to follow our every command. We want to develop humans that's developing their own thoughts, that can strive and be better humans, because what we know we can only pass on and show them, and hopefully they grow in the correct way. So I want to plant the seeds of knowledge and wisdom and life and love in my kids, instead of putting them in situations where I know they won't succeed. I want them to succeed. I want them to fully be the best they can be. And it's hard to do that, especially in the climate we live in today. It's hard to do that because strong values and everything that our grandfathers and our grandmothers and our mothers and our fathers instilled in us, we want to pass all that down. But at the same time, we have to be aware that what we're doing doesn't always lead to good things happening. It's always and always will be variance to everything. We can always skew in one direction, and we can always skew in the other direction. I'm blessed in my life that I've been able to see both sides of the field and know which one that I want to go down. And trust me, the one that I want to go down is the one of righteousness, having a family and making sure my kids are able body, able mind, and able spirit to go on living in this world and teaching and bringing love and health and happiness to others. Man, so that was the talk today on discipline. I can go on and on about discipline and how, you know, it works and how the family is structured around it. But that's time for another day. Man, everybody, man, thanks for watching. If you got this far, thanks for watching Geek Lemonade, Geekcast, Daily Geek, the Geek Daily, however I got it called. I don't know what I'm gonna call it 100% yet, but man, I'm trying to do it. This is harder than you think, easier than you know. No, I'm just joking. It's hard as fuck, but no, man. Thanks for coming. Like and subscribe. If you haven't liked or subscribed, you're not on my channel or nothing yet, go to GeekLemonade.com. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, on Spotify, Anchor, Twitter, Twitch, all Geek Lemonade. You can find me everywhere. You can literally YouTube, Google me. Check out the shop for merch, some exclusive merch coming soon. Like I said, but thank y'all. Remember to stay positive out there, you know what I mean? Everybody have a good day, man. One love.